How y'all doing today? My name's Ayin, and today the topic of discussion is going to be effective stress management. So think about that, effective stress management. This is my take, this is my opinion on how I try to boil things down to their most basic components to see whether you really should be that concerned with what's going on, whether you should stress about it or not. If it's not about life or death, everything else in between is small potatoes. If it's not about life or death, everything else in between is small potatoes. We forget this sometimes because when we're going through a situation or we're going through something that is very stressful, it's just weighing heavy on our minds, we tend to hone in on whatever that situation is and we think that that's it. That's it. Keep this in mind. Think about everything that's been stressful in your life, any hard parts in your life that you've had to get over, any bumps in the road, hadn't you gotten through them one way or the other? Situation's going to happen with or without you in some situations. It's not going to even need any input from you. It's going to happen. Think about that when you're going through situations. A lot of times we stress ourselves out because we're putting more thought into it than is necessary, or we're using our brains to just think about all the in-between time when nothing is even happening. What I'm really thinking of in terms of this is with health ailments or potential diagnosis or anything that you may get from a doctor. I know a doctor may come in, tell you that you have something, or if something's going on, or maybe something's not right, something I've experienced for myself. And some people, a lot of the times, whether we show it on the outside or not, or it's just kind of eating you up on the inside, we go from 0 to 100 on whatever they say. And we're thinking about 12 steps down the road. And they've just potentially told us of a diagnosis. And we're stressing out about it. We're stressing out about, how am I going to deal with this? What is it? And we haven't even waited to get to the next step. And we stressed on it. And when you think about it, whether it is or it isn't on what they've said or what they're saying up to us, what can we do in that moment of time to make the situation not be more stressful than what it should be? You got a kid that's stressing you out because of things they're doing at school, getting in trouble, or just general things that they're doing as being a kid. Address each issue as it happens and move on. Don't think about that in between time when you're not around your child or the kid, nephew, niece, whoever it is. On that in between time that you're not around, don't waste brain power on thinking about, hope they don't, mess up or do what they're, they better be doing what, they're supposed to be doing. A lot of times we do that. You have to keep in mind, these are little people too. They're just little versions of us. They're just little versions of us. Not as much experience. They're going through things as well. And things that are going on in their world, their small little world, it's just as large as the things that's going on in our world. So whatever issues they may be having, don't make it larger than what it is. Remember, you got to be around to help raise this, raise this child, raise this kid. That's just one example of thinking about the things up with the kids. You got car problems? Okay, what is stressing going to do about it? Either you're going to be able to fix it or not. Think about today. Think about today. I remember one time, truck was broke down. I'm sitting here in the vehicle with my child, and I'm just like, man, what am I going to do? So I had to kind of gain my composure on what I was going to do. Thankfully, I still had a tow service. Went ahead, called the tow service, went home. Since everything was closed at that time, I couldn't worry about a mechanic or get into a shop to get it fixed then. I took a nap. I was beat because I'd already had everything that had happened or went on, that I don't even remember what happened that day. I don't know whether it was stressful or not. But anybody that knows being in a vehicle is broken down, that's enough for one day. So I went home and I had to sleep on it. Got up the next day and I handled the problem. What was it going to do? Me coming home, staying up all night, worrying about, man, what if I can get in touch with the mechanic? How much is this going to cost? Do I have enough to even have this covered? Man, it was just me. It was just me in that situation. So that was what I had to do. So I got up that next day. I called the mechanic. I couldn't stress on, man, is this going to be more than what I have to, put away? Am I going to be able to handle this? What's going to come of this? Oh, how's my kid? How are they going to get to school tomorrow? How are they going to? I had to address each issue as it came. Worked out an arrangement for my daughter to be able to get to school. Push come to shove, if that wouldn't have worked, she could have stayed home that day. This is just an example of sometimes how we make things out to be a lot larger than what they are. And we just make them where they're life or death situations, and they really aren't. They really aren't that big. So I got the situation handled. I'm going to tell you another example of how we tend to beat up on ourselves. This is the reason why when I'm making some of the videos, I'm telling you about changing your self-talk, trying to be encouraging with yourself, because out of all people, we beat up on ourselves the most. I know for me, sometimes when choices come up in the road, and we all have these choices, where you can either go to the left or you can either go to the right with your situation. You have no way of knowing. Both of them are potentially, good choices. You have no way of knowing which one is the perfect choice. All of what lies ahead and you making that choice. You're just trying to make the best choice possible from two choices. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. One thing I would do is, and I notice I have family members that do this as well. This is the reason why I had to bring this to their attention on not to do that. If the choice didn't work out, then I go beat myself up for the choice that I made. As if I knew the future and knew that that wasn't going to pan out in the best possible way. I used all the resources that was available to me to make that choice. And I'm like, man, why did I do that? I should have did the other thing, In other words, sometimes you set up situations where you can't win. You set yourself up in situations you can't win. Do you think this helps your stress? And think about it. If you're doing that in those situations, what are you doing in other situations that's coming up in your life? This is what I'm talking about effective stress management. Situations that come up, they're going to work out one way or the other. Sometimes you have a hand in it, sometimes you don't. You don't know it all. Sometimes you're just dealing with what you have at your disposal, and you're trying to make the best choice available. Don't stress about the in-between. Now, this is not to get confused with, just think positive, things will just work out. No, that's not what I'm saying. Because that sets you up for unrealistic reality, because life doesn't work like that. I just think positive and everything is going to, no. It's going to be times you can think as positive as you want and things still don't play out in your favor. So you have to know how to come back from that. Having a resilience with that. This is a part of effective stress management, being realistic with yourself, being realistic with the things that's up around you, and just stop taking time to stop and think about what's really important. What should you be concerned with? What should you not be concerned with? That's one of the reasons why I made one of the videos when I was talking about knowing the resources that's available to you. Because a lot of times you could be in such a stress situation, you forget what's available to you. So keep that in mind when you're going through whatever it is that you're going through. You're going to get through it. Whatever it is that you're going through, you'll handle the situation when it comes. Don't make that lead up time to that situation more stressful than what it needs to be. Because what's going to happen is going to happen. And a lot of the things that I'm talking about that may be on a smaller scale of things, you're going to pull through them. And you're going to look back over and be like, man, I stressed over that for nothing. Think about what that's doing to you, your mental state, your body. I mean, you can't keep doing that. Okay? Until next time, stay encouraged. Avoid being discouraged. My name's Ayn, and you have a good one.